Hey everybody. I had to jump back on. I wanted to jump back on real quick to holler back at you guys. I want to get some of your feedback. I want to hear what you had to say. The support was tremendous. You guys really tuned in, you locked in, you watched, you engaged. It was just so phenomenal just watching your interaction, watching your reactions to what was being said and what was being displayed. So, real quick, I want to get your reactions, I want to get your feedback, I want to get your critiques. So, if you would, use that comment section right now and let's do some chatting just for a moment, just for a hot, quick, brief moment. Let's do some chatting about tonight's premiere for Kingdom Talk. Yes, Kingdom Talk premiered tonight. You can always go back and watch the replay. You can watch it as often as you like. Take as many nuggets as you can from it. How did you enjoy the conversation between my best friend and I? We talked, we shared, and we didn't get too much into details, but we talked enough to give really the foundational principles that we have learned over our almost 30 years of friendship. So I thought it was absolutely amazing. Hey there, Bertha. Blessings to you, Mother Jackie. All of you all, thank you so much. Wow. Donna Parker, thank you so much. She says, very good. Congratulations. She says, good content. Awesome presentation as well. Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate that so very much. Um, okay, Bertha says she was just watching the replay, loved it. Latoya said, I enjoyed everything about the conversation. Wow, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you thought about it. If you're tuning in, you're jumping right on. Hit the share button. Hit the share button. Maybe somebody else watched it and they want to give their feedback, their criticism, even. Amen. We're open to all of that. We're open to all of that. We want to take it because we want to build it as much as possible to make it an even greater platform, an even greater presentation as the weeks go on, as the episodes go on. I mean, the next season, the next episodes, we want them to be even greater than what you saw tonight. And so we're already preparing to show you next week's episode. I hope you enjoyed seeing that little snippet at the end. Kaja said, great show. Looking forward to what's next. Yes, I hope you enjoyed that sneak preview, Kaja, of the at the end of next week's episode. We wanted to make sure we gave you just a peek into what's going to be going on next week. Listen, next week's show is going to be crazy. You got to make sure that you are tuned in for it. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Michelle Page said, Michelle Colleen, she said it was beautiful. Latoya said, I'm ready to have a watch party with family and friends. Do that. Mother Jackie said, true friendship is very hard to find, and when you do, hold on to it. It was awesome. Thank you so much, Mother Jackie, and it's so very true. I think what were your takeaways? Anybody who's watching tonight, what were your takeaways from the conversation? What was shared tonight that you're kind of taking away? So much was said, but what was your specific takeaway? One of the things for me in that conversation was the time factor. You know, the time factor allows for evolution and the growth into. One of the points that was made about knowing your friend, you know, that if you hear somebody comes back, because, you know, sometimes people are busy, sometimes people are chatty, and they'll try to come and tell you, oh, your friend said that's and so, that's and so, that's and so. When you know that friend, when you know your friend, you know the place it came from. Nobody can turn friends on each other. That's the kind of bond you want to have, that nobody can turn friends, true friends, on each other because we already know. we already know. We already know. We already know. Blessings on you, Omar. Yes, Latoya, that was a good point. Friendship has its own language. That is so true. So true. Dominique Ingram said her takeaway was organic connections and not forcing connections was the key for her. Yes. Donna, you said true friendship is organic. It's true. It's true. You know, I often tell people about forcing anything. When you force something, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. In fact, when you force something, it's almost a violation. You know, we hate to use those words and those terms, but anything that's forced, when you got to force a fit, force a connection, it's almost a violation. It's volatile. It's vile. It's violent. So yeah, it has to happen organically, you know, falling into friendship and then allowing that friendship to develop and evolve over time. I think is so very powerful and so very true. Harriet Shelby said, I love the friendship language, so real. Tiara said, the older the friendship, the more the disagreements become funnier. You agree with that? Yes, Tiara, is so true. What I've found in my friendship with Bishop Hill, as well as I have some other friends who I've been friends with for a very long time. And what happens is we find it laughable that we disagree on certain things. You know, we start making fun of each other. You know, if you're listening to it with a naked ear, you say, "Oh, they're insulting one another. Oh, they can't. That's not real friendship." You heard what they said to each other, but we start making fun of each other and mocking each other because of the disagreement. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you dumb. Oh, you don't know, you know, all kinds of things that we start saying to each other, but in jest, all in fun. And it's a fun way to disagree. And I think time does that. I think time does that. When you're in the initial stages of friendship, you're offended by disagreements. But as you grow older in it, and the more time moves on, you're not offended by disagreements. You're actually expecting them. You're looking forward to them. And you enjoy disagreeing with your friend because it really becomes very comical. Mother Jackie said the thing that I held on to was that you guys are man friends. That's right. Not only friends because you are bishops. Absolutely, Mother Jackie. I'm afraid of that kind of stuff. I'm afraid of people who only want to be your friend for an opportunity, you know, for a chance to get in close, to ride that coattail or whatever the case. That like there shouldn't be any agendas, you know, or any hidden motives as to why you want to connect and be friends. So I think that's very important. And you know, the reality is after the assignment, you really need, how can I put this? You need a friend for those after moments. Those after moments are brutal. They are brutal. You know, you feel very alone. You feel very discouraged at times, depleted, defeated. You know, so to have somebody to be there to really build you, to encourage you in those low moments, that right there, that's true friendship for me. So yeah, it's amazing. It was an amazing dialogue. It was an amazing conversation. We had such a great time doing it. We had such a great time talking to each other and really talking to each other while keeping you in mind. What do we want to say to each other that would edify you and build you from a place of our friendship and the perspectives that we share concerning each other. I think that's very important, very important. I'm excited to be joined next week. Bishop Hill will be back with me next week, as well as Bishop Liston Page, as well as Bishop Mitchell Taylor. So they'll also be joining in the conversation next week. It's going to be outstanding. Those two have been best friends for over 40 years. So you're gonna hear some real candid stuff. You're gonna hear some real candid material that I believe you'll be able to glean from. And be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. It takes time to build spaces of safety amidst friendships. It takes time to do that. And so if you're hitting rocky terrain right now in your friendships and in your relationships, be encouraged. Just hang in there. Time is going to make it better. I promise you, it gets better with time. It gets better with time. So what did you guys think about the commercial presentations? What do we do? The 10 questions reel. Wow, the 10 questions reel. They shocked me with the 10 questions reel. I had no idea that they were going to be asking me 10 questions. They kind of put me on the spot with that. But I thought that was a great, great, great segment. And the way it ended when he asked me what was my pet peeve, and I told him dumb questions. After he had just asked me questions, I said, "But I wasn't talking about your question." Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. So, what do you guys think about the commercial spaces and just kind of breaking the conversation up with commercials? We didn't want to just let the conversation run on and run on and run on because then, I guess it would get a little boring after a while. So, what did you guys think about inserting the conversation, inserting commercials within the conversation? Yeah, thank you. Marcus said time. Yeah, time does it, man. Time does it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All right, Donna said the 10 questions gave a wonderful peek into who I am. Okay, well, I'm all right. If you say so, Donna, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed doing the 10 questions. I enjoyed it. We've got other reels and things of that nature that they have. I mean, they really have walked me through this process. Again, Team BT and Creative Supreme. It has just been a tremendous, tremendous partnership and team effort to get me in and outside of my comfort zone and into these new spaces. And I'm really having fun. I'm having fun. I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time bringing this to you. Yes, thank you so much. Harriet said it was great. Michelle said transparency is a plus. Freeman said it was like a real show with commercial breaks. Well, awesome. Now that's key. That's what we were trying to go for, Freeman. I'm glad you said that. Latoya said it was very amazing. Everything displayed excellence. Wow, 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 wow. Yes, yes. So listen, we're going to be doing some more stuff coming up. We're going to have some more time coming up, and hopefully and prayerfully, you will be a committed viewer, a partner with Kingdom Talk this next phase, and prayerfully, you're going to put it on your calendar, on that timestamp, just like you have the other shows like Grey's Anatomy, SVU, all the other shows. I want you to put Kingdom Talk on with the other shows, okay? And like y'all be posting about the other ones, I want you to post about Kingdom Talk, okay? Kingdom Talk got to be one of the talk shows that you talk about on your pages, on your posts. We absolutely love having you guys a part. Thank you so much. Mother Jackie said true excellence. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they're excited about the next episode next week. Okay, great, 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 great. So we're going to come back. I wanted to make sure I came back on right quick. I wanted to jump on. I wanted to make sure that you guys comprehended what we attempted to translate to you. And this transmitting, again, I've got to shout out Team BT, the creative direction of Bobby Trends. Got to shout out Bobby Trends. And I got to shout out JT, who produced this episode, this season. He's just producing right now. He's Mr. Producer for Darius Nixon Ministries, and we appreciate JT and Creative Supreme Agency. It's absolutely been outstanding. I appreciate you guys so very much. We have some other wonderful things that's coming up, and I know you're going to be excited. Now, I hope you got and enjoyed that little segment that we put in there, me talking about my series for Sundays. Because right now I'm in a series called The Revival. And let me tell you something. It has been outstanding. Sunday was just the first installment, but Sunday, whoa, it was amazing. And so I hope that you'll join us again this weekend, this coming Sunday. And listen, this is all in preparation for the revival coming up, and I want you to mark your calendars. If you are able to get to New York, if you live in or around the Tri-City or even the Tri-State area, I want you to make sure that you get to New York City November the 3rd, Wednesday, November the 3rd through Saturday, November the 6th. You don't want to miss the revival. It's going to be a time of refreshing, spiritual uplifting. We're going to watch signs, wonders, miracles happen right before our eyes. We're going to receive the preach word. We're going to hear the prophetic word. It's going to be an amazing time. And guess what? You're invited. We are securing a large enough facility for you to be there and for you to enjoy. So it's going to be virtual, but it's also going to be in person. And so I want you to make sure you mark your calendars, okay? More information is coming. The speakers lineup is already completed, and I'm not going to give all of the speakers. But I'm going to give you one, just one, okay? I'm going to give you one speaker from the revival, and it's going to be an amazing time. I want you to know each speaker is going to be outstanding. But this year, I'm going to be joined one night only. I'm going to be joined by Prophet Brian Karn. You don't want to miss what God's going to do that week. That's right. Prophet Brian Karn is going to be at the revival November the 3rd through the 6th. He's just one of the many speakers that's going to be blessing us for those particular days. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be outstanding. Standing room only, I'm pretty sure. We're coming in. We're going to be cleansed. We're going to be healed. We're going to be prepped for this winter season that's getting ready to come in. And we're going to go in with a word from God, knowing that God has secured our future. And listen, we're going to come back to life. Spiritually, we're coming back to life. We're getting ready to get those paddles and be resuscitated. And something is getting ready to transpire in our lives like we've never experienced before. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for supporting Kingdom Talk. I want to make sure you're with me this coming Sunday, 3 o'clock. That's right. We're not going to be starting at 3:30 this Sunday. We're going to be starting at 3 o'clock p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you who have registered to be in person, make sure you check your emails, get all of the details, and hey, I'll see you then. Thank you all. Have a good night, everybody.